Greetings. I wanted to do this recording because this is confirmation of the past two readings that I did and posted on this channel. Okay. Before I do that, I want to communicate that I don't monetize, okay, this channel. That's not the purpose here. I've said this, plenty of times before. When I created this channel, it was just to do studies, certain people that I was following, just for connections, and that was it. And then I decided to, put a picture there. Once I started getting into the divinity, of Tarot, um, and I was doing this, maybe a year prior to I started even putting recordings on YouTube. Okay. I decided to start putting them on YouTube as an outlet, also to speak some truths. Okay. So that's how, and that's why, one of the reasons why. But primarily, my recordings and my readings are done for my future posterity so that they can know me, they can see me, they can see some of the gifts that was bestowed upon me once I'm long gone from here. So because I may put some of these recordings on YouTube, some people may be privy to see this, and maybe they can learn something and grow some type of fashion, shape, or form from seeing those readings. I don't know. Other people like to come on here and use it with ill intentions and, to spy and do that. So that energy is picked up, as well. So sometimes the readings, because that energy, is picked up, sometimes the readings reflect that, right? However, um, that's, some of the reasons why I upload some of my recordings. Okay, when I do readings. Okay. Now, if later on in the future, don't know if I'm guided to do, monetize, it damn sure won't be this channel. Okay, it'll be a whole different setup. And it might not even be a YouTube channel. Who knows? I don't know. But I know this is not what this is. So subscribers, likes, and all that type of stuff, it's not, that don't do nothing for me. I'm not on here for no status, for no clout, for no nothing like that. These readings, the divine messages that come through are straight from my ancestors and my spirit guides from all timelines, realms, and dimensions. Okay. And that's just it. So it's things that come out that comes out. I know some people that come on here with their ill intentions, they may even see they self come up and they probably have in their feelings about it. But like I say, that's not my problem, and I'm not going to make it my problem. Okay. My authority comes from the divine authority, and that's it. Okay. Anything and anybody else, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a, I'm not here for you to control and do, your bidding. I'm not here for that. Okay. Um, and that's just point blank and period. However, now it was a reading that I did Monday. Okay. Moon Day, September 23, 24th, and also yesterday, Mars, the day of Mars, Tuesday, 9/24/24. Okay. And both those days, I know Monday my ancestors basically, they really came um, through the reading, okay? And they were very fucking enraged and they were angry, okay? And one particular ancestor in this recent, okay, ended up confirming, okay, who it was. It wasn't just him. He came with a drove of ancestors, like I say, from all timelines, realms, and dimensions. But him and also his um, his his past wife. You know, this is on my matriarchal side. It was my grandfather on my matriarchal side and my grandmother on my matriarchal side. Okay. Now he transitioned 4 years ago and she transitioned 5 years ago. Okay. My mother was taking care of my grandfather, so she was overseeing, things with him. Okay. And I'm not going to get all off into that, but there were some, suspicious things going on um, with her dealing with my grandfather. And my grandfather is coming through. He's been coming through for quite some time now, since I even made that card, now, that grandfathered card, the Lodio title and, antiquity and all that. He's been coming through and he's been trying to tell me something. Sometimes he comes out with that date, August the 11th, 2024, when I did that reading. But see, he transitioned the end of July. His funeral was 2 weeks later. Between the time he transitioned and his funeral, my mother was doing some little, things in secret with my brother and my sister. Okay. I was left out, although I was right in the next room. They would go in the room with the door closed. She was doing something, dealing with some documents and paperwork. She didn't want nobody to know, but they could know. Okay. So that was between that time. Okay. August 11th, 2020 would have been what? 3 days before his actual funeral. So I don't know. That date is significant because it just keeps coming up, and it has came up with that grandfathered card so many times. But he's been coming up with insurance fraud. You know, he's really coming through my readings. Okay, and Monday he was the one that was really, really angry. I mean, he had that rage and it was confirmed why. So, anyway, Monday, the post office card surfaced several times. The 5-5 card, the 411 card, Horus 1111. Okay. The grandfathered card surfaced with the post office card 1111 and Horus. Investigations also came out. Okay. Post the post office child fraud contracts in 5-5 came out. That was Monday. Okay. And on Tuesday, the post office card came out several times again. Okay. Um, and the grandfather card surfaced during a shuffle. Okay. Bribery schemes came out. Daughter, mother, sister, on the matriarch side, brother on the matriarch side, kind of showed up during shuffling the 36th District Court. And yeah, so this was yesterday. Now, when I decided to go to the post office yesterday, late, early evening, late afternoon, hours later after that reading, I have some mail in there that's addressed to my deceased grandfather. Mm-hmm. He's not supposed to be getting anything coming to my P.O. box because I did not orchestrate any mail of his, anything about him to come to me, to my P.O. box. That's the problem. Now in July, I got something from him and I went up to the idiots that is a part of this all at the post office. That's where my P.O. box is. And I told them, is this name on my P.O. box? The guy at the time, little guy looking dumb. And I don't like when I'm asking very specific questions, very basic, simple questions that I have a right to know, and you looking stupid. And then you're not answering my questions, you see. That creates a problem now. Okay? So no, he's not supposed to be receiving mail to my P.O. box. And he has transitioned. Okay? 4 years ago now. All right? So that was in July. This is September now. And I get another from the same addressee that sent something to my P.O. box in his name. Some more mail from them. And I get something from Equifax. Equifax. I'm sorry. Yeah, Equifax. That's the hell the Consumer Reporting Agency Bureau. With my grandfather's name on it, with my P.O. box address. Okay? Talking about some, he reported identity theft. Okay? Now, so all those Judases of family, and the people in the family that came up with the post office and all that, the 36th District Court, that's who has something to do with all of that. So now, because of some moves that I made, okay, a year ago, and nothing was done, so I made some more moves the beginning of this year, and people still not trying not to do their job, okay. And so these crooks, these criminals, these corrupt criminals that are in the 36th District Court, so calling themselves judges, and these crooked cops, and these crooked attorneys, okay, and other so-called government officials working together, okay, with people that they hired and bribed to jump on board, like family, okay, like that mother, that sister, that brother, like those children, okay. So some things also that I know with their connection that I'm not going to discuss on here, but I will disclose this. That sister on the matriarch side, she works for the 36th District Court. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see. So there's it's money, These money hungry bandits, they hiding, stealing, money. And like I said, I feel that because of some moves that I've made, that they're in a hot seat now. So I don't know if this is them trying to conjure up some old stuff, because there's a lot of stuff that I haven't even been revealed to me yet. Okay, that they've done identity theft. Okay, some things I do know. Okay, so I think that they're trying to conjure up something else, some more fraudulent documents. And maybe trying to compromise me some kind of way. And it just feels like a desperate move, because I feel like these people are really panicking. They were already reckless. They just so retarded. It's disgusting. It's really disgusting, the things that these people have done. Okay, to me, in in order to stop me, block me, cause me injury and harm. Okay, try to take me out. Okay, all those type of things. Um, so, with dealing with certain claims that has been made, um, the post office have been delaying my mail. I keep record of everything, okay? Every a thing. I keep my receipts. I note everything, okay? And I feel that the cards has disclosed, my ancestor has disclosed that there has been some stolen mail from the post office. So they've been stealing my mail. And I'm guessing that it has something to do with some information maybe I've requested, and or money, dealing pertaining to money. Okay. I'm also requesting certain documents that I have a right to pertaining to me. Well, the corporate construct. And I'm being denied those things. They're prolonging giving them to me, stuff like that. I'm trying to request a birth certificate, and they wait 6 weeks to give me a little letter telling me that I need something else, some bull crap. So I give it to them, okay? And so they've been blocking me for a very long time, and just trying to cause all kinds of burdens for me, okay? Yet a Judas ordered a birth certificate, had no problem, none, okay? So I know that too. I have records of that too. Okay. So let's talk about the 36th District Court, because see, what's going to happen here is, okay, what's going to happen here is this. I'm going to amplify my truths. Every time they continue to do some type of betrayal, lie, fraud, whatever the hell they do, my truth's gonna get stronger and stronger. Now, next time I have to do this, I'm gonna drop the names of these judges in this 36th District Court and these police in the Detroit Police Department. I'm gonna drop the names, okay? On here, the names already been dropped in the claim, okay? So now the 36th District Court has put things on the consumer report, fraudulent things on the consumer report. Okay. And I have the evidence for this. Okay. After the kidnapping by the Detroit Police Department, I call it kidnapping. Whenever it's unlawful, arrest. It's a kid fucking napping, okay? For 30 hours 2 years ago, a little over, over 2 years ago now, little over 2 years ago, nearing 3. Right after that, right after that, because they had to release me. They was just holding me for 30 hours, okay? And I had some things around me that let me know who was around me as far as protecting. But it was also revealed what they were planning to do to me while they had me held in bondage, when they kidnapped me. Okay? But it didn't happen. Okay? I give honors. Okay? To where honor is due. And that's to my spirit guides, to my ancestors working for my highest good. You see. All right. So after that, all of my personal property and my trust property, they didn't want to give to me. To this day. That included a car. That included a credit card. That included a wallet. That included a cell phone. That included a post office key and another key. Okay. To name a few. They held those things hostage instead because they were trying to force me into these adhesion contracts in order to get those things back. You see. So after that happened, they started trying to attack now a house that I managed and that I was fixing up in March. They were doing the paperwork, the fraudulent deed paperwork and shit. Worked with a funeral home, local funeral home. Us that know about these funeral homes, we know what they part of it, what they do when to our loved ones' estates. We know. But I didn't find this out till maybe like April or May or something like that. When they went on ahead and filed a fraudulent eviction with the 36th District Court. Okay. During that time, gang stalking was going on. I have a whole list of cars and license plates of people that was coming to the property, stalking and harassing. One being an old, dead looking man from the funeral home. Okay? Coming to the property, obstructed the driveway, got out, walked up on the porch. Tall, lanky dude with gray hair that looked like a pimp that was a zombie. That's what he looked like. Looked like he was dead. The Walking Dead kind of remind me of that movie, the Living Dead. I think it is. I used to be scared of that movie when I was younger. The Living Dead, because all them zombies just walking around, they just spaced out. That's how he looked. Looked like he might have been a pimp at one time or another. But this was a walking zombie that was a pimp. Okay. So it was most definitely harassing and stalking. Okay, because this is what these people do. This ain't nothing new under the sun. Okay. History only repeats itself, and this is their tactics. We know that historically, right? Yeah. So anywho, while they were doing all that, they attacking the fictitious name, the social security number so that I can't move in commerce. Other people were working with them too. Okay, like groups that I was affiliated with in the past. I know. And like I said, family, people in the community, and so forth. Okay, so they were stopping me from working. Matter of fact, before they kidnapped me, I was working, and I was working where I was, the college that I was working at in administration. They, I was working there through a staffing agency, and they were looking to hire me permanently. They were actually planning a luncheon, okay? Maybe about, I think it was scheduled 8 days after the day they kidnapped me, okay? And unfortunately, I didn't make it because they kidnapped me. And I lost that job because they kidnapped me, okay? And when I was trying to apply for other jobs, they were blocking me. They were also stalking me and harassing me. How they were doing that? My phone, you see. That's one uh, way that they track and trace people through these cell phones until I no longer had the phone anymore, the phone number, okay? A number at all. So, yeah, these people, some of these companies that I were interviewing with, they were involved also. I mean, they were having me go on, 2, 3 interviews and then still wouldn't hire me. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make me expend my energy, exhaust me, just playing these games. They get a pleasure out of that. So I just eventually stopped. Okay. Because I figured out what was going on. You see, it was obvious. If you want to see, you can see. It ain't hard. It's not, unbelievable. It is what it is. And you have to accept the truth for what it is. Okay. So they were blocking me in commerce. Okay. Yeah. I even went as low as getting the job paying way below my pay scale. They wouldn't hire me. Did that several times. Still wouldn't get hired. you know? And it's like, okay. I ain't never had this hard of a time finding no job if I wanted one. Never. So I said, you know what? Fuck 'em. Let me focus on what I need to focus on. And during all of this, I'm being attacked in spirit and in flesh. Okay. And, it's a lot. Okay. A lot that I'm not going to disclose here. But I wanted to just share the confirmation, okay, of the readings, the last 2 readings that was done, and the confirmation that was instantly given to me. Now, I think it was Tuesday's reading where the days card and the weeks card came out together, or simultaneously, or something like that. Anyway, they both came out, and I said something about something that's happening in a day or within a week. Okay. I think that was when all that post office stuff was coming out. Okay, so that day I found out, that they were doing some fraudulent shit with my grandfather. Okay, and that's why he's pissed because they're fucking around in my grandfather's energy. Now, we that know. You don't fuck around with the ancestors. Oh no. Okay. And that also alerted my grandmother. Because, see, my grandmother, I was very close with her at one time. Okay. And we kind of reconnected prior to her transitioning. And I, was coming back around and so forth. But I loved my grandmother very, very dearly. Okay. And so she loved me as well. And my grandfather. Okay. But I had a very close connection with my grandmother. So, and they were, married at one time. So, her energy also was there. But then there was some ancestors' energy there from a different dimension. You know what I'm saying? I felt that different timelines. Okay. It was very strong, very, very strong energy. But however, my grandfather is constantly coming to me and he's telling me what the hell was going on. Now, when he transitioned, he was fine. My grandfather was sharp as a double-edged sword. His sun sign was Gemini, and my grandmother's sun sign is Capricorn. Okay, so he was very sharp. I think he was 88 when he transitioned, and he could tell you stories from the time he was born. Okay? Well, other people can't even remember what happened yesterday. Can't even remember what happened 2 hours ago. He knew everybody named, addresses, numbers, and everything, dates, and I'm just like, I'd be looking at him like, wow, he'll put you to shame. Okay, so he was very sharp. Okay, just like he very sharp still coming to me, letting me know what happened. But however, he was fine one day. The very next day, he was weak and he could barely even walk. Okay. He used what you call it, a walker to walk, but he still could walk. But he couldn't even walk with his walker. He wouldn't even get up to use his urinal. He wouldn't even, he did the next day. And then the day after that, he transitioned. Okay. So yeah, I know about that too. But has been some manipulation that has taken place pertaining to some money that he apparently had for his heir, his eldest granddaughter, which is me. Okay, that was stolen and held back from me. Okay, this is why he's coming to me so strong. And then now this, okay, mail in his name coming to my P.O. box. Oh yeah, you people better stop. And y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Okay, the people that is his daughters, sons, other great grands that's involved or grands that's involved. He ain't coming to y'all with no love. No. Neither is my grandmother that y'all claim to love so much. They just do all this extra stupid stuff over their deaths. It's just stupid. It's like, what, y'all need to evolve. And then, but doing stuff like this, doing fraudulent things, and they're no longer here. At least they think they're not. Oh, they have risen. Oh, they have awakened fully, and they have came to me. They here. Okay. Yes. So that's the confirmation. Next time I have to come on here to talk about something about these idiots, I'm going to be speaking out their names. Okay? Unless the indictments are unsealed and they already get spoken. Because I'm trusting that the entities that was called to act is acting. Because I'm not going to stop. So that just compensation and all that, ancestral money and ancestral debt, yeah, they were very boisterous. And that was just confirmation for me that they are behind me 1,000%. And they handling business. And they're leaving no stone unturned. On that note, peace be with you.